Now it's working. It seems to be working now. Okay, now everything is working right, as far as I can tell. So welcome to anybody who's actually here. Yes, it's working. It is absolutely working. So, what am I doing? Oh, should I test it on? I guess I should check it out and see if it's working on Twitch just for the heck of it. So I'm going to search.
Stop, Vince!
No, I don't want that guy.
Stop giving them stuff! What are you doing? Vince, stop talking!
Yes, I'm live. Okay, so this is actually working. Oh, I have some messages here. I don't care about those messages. All right. Yes, I'm live. Woohoo! This is all working the way it's supposed to. This is awesome. All right. So, I don't know if anybody was here and then left because I stopped the stream and now I'm starting it again. So I'm going to pretend that I have not said anything or played anything. You know, I really, this microphone stand is, what if I were to, I mean, this is all an experiment, everybody, you know, because I've never done this before. I've never done this. This is no good. I'm just going to leave this the way it is because otherwise it's too much trouble. I got to tighten it so it doesn't fall. I can't make this any lower. I can set this up next time. I'll set it up differently, but right now that's just the way it is. So I hope this mic is not going to block my face. And I should have a little graphic here with my name and logo and all this stuff. I didn't set that up. I'm kind of new to I just subscribed to this Streamlabs Ultra thing, which lets you live stream on multiple platforms at the same time. Because I am not sure what the best place is to find people who want to hear my music. My music is, I don't know, I hope some young people will like my music, but I'm not like at all what's on the radio now. My music is nothing at all like anything that's on the radio today. My recorded music actually sounds, I'm doing this just solo acoustic. My recordings sound more like classic rock with a mix of country and a little bit of pop. Think as if Tim McGraw and Tom Petty threw a party and invited Pink Floyd along. That's what my music would be approximately like. And then a few jazz guys showed up and a few other people. Blues guy. That's basically my music. I say I'm genre fluid. So this song is actually a song that I wrote. I used to go to Nashville. I was trying to make a career as a non-performing songwriter. And I decided at first to focus on country music. Then I eventually branched out into pop music. But I was living in Los Angeles, and I was making frequent trips to Nashville to write with, Nashville writers and pitch to publishers and labels and all that stuff. And I mean, I could tell lots of stories about this. I came very close many times to my big break, but something always happened, and a lot of it was my fault, which is like a whole nother story. Some of it was luck, there's always luck involved. But anyway, this is a song I wrote in Nashville, so this is actually a country song. I hesitate to start off with a country song because then you might think, he's a country guy. But you light up any room, you that's just what you do. Such a wonder to behold. You're a diamond, I'll be your band of gold. I wanna hold you all my life. Gaze into those two glittering eyes. See the beauty in your soul. You're a diamond, I'll be your band of gold. You're precious, you're a treasure. They say diamonds are forever. That ain't near enough time together for my heart. Your love to me is priceless. It's flawless and it's timeless, like a ring with a sparkling stone. You're a diamond, I'll be your band of gold. When 10,000 years have passed, this love of ours is always gonna last. Still burning bright when the sun's gone cold. You're a diamond, I'll be your band of gold. You're precious, you're a treasure. They say diamonds are forever. That ain't near enough time together for my heart. Your love to me is priceless. It's flawless and it's timeless, like a ring with a sparkling stone. You're a diamond, I'll be your band of gold. Your love to me is priceless. It's flawless and it's timeless, like this ring with a sparkling stone. You're a diamond, I'll be your band of gold. You're a diamond, let me be your band of gold. Thanks. Actually, you know, that song, it's really hard to make money as a songwriter. Well, it's hard to make money as an artist too, but most songwriters don't make any money. And most, I was spending so much money and not getting a return because you go to the studio and you pay these musicians to record and sing your songs and you do these demos, and plus I was doing all these trips to Nashville. So this song, I have all my music online. It's on Spotify and it's all the streaming platforms, plus on my website, SethHilaryJackson.com. So one day, I get an email. I get a lot of emails from people like selling stuff, and some of them say, "Oh, I like your music." I'm like, "Oh yeah." They just like scan Spotify or they scan things and they tell you, "Oh, I love your song," and they never tell you which song. Or sometimes they do. Now sometimes they're smart enough to put a song title, but they, it's a sales pitch. So I get the song. I like your song, and I want you to write songs for this church project. So I'm like, what kind of scam is this? I'm wondering. And does he want me to write songs for free? So I emailed back, how much money is involved? And I expected I'd never hear from him again. But he said, $50 a song. Holy shit, they're really going to pay me money. So I ended up writing these, they'd give me these holy texts and I turned them into song lyrics. And I got paid, and I made a couple of $1,000s from this project. So that song led to that. He heard that That's where the story came from. He heard that song. He said, I heard your song, You're a Diamond. I really think you're talented, and I want you to write for our church. So I did. Let's see, what should I do? I'm probably only going to be able to do a half an hour because I have chronic fatigue, and actually didn't have chronic fatigue until last March. And that happened when I spent 3 years avoiding getting COVID. And I'd been reading about this long COVID. You heard about people dying from their disease, and that didn't scare me nearly as much as the idea of getting long COVID, because that happens a lot more often than, people, only 1% of people die. Well, that's 1%. I don't want to take those odds either. But like 10 to 20% of people who get COVID never recover. This is like, people don't know about this, but I was reading about it. This is an actual thing. It's known as long COVID. And there are like a number of different manifestations of this, but a really common one is chronic fatigue. And it's actually more than one. There's several types of fatigue. Like some people, their lungs don't work, and they can't even walk up the stairs. They can't make it without running out of breath. Thankfully, I don't have that. But I have a hard time going more than a few hours without having to lie down because I get just so sleepy and exhausted. And so I'm putting a limit of a half an hour on this. And I also have something that I discovered. This is really bad. It's called post-exertion malaise. So I was actually thinking I was getting recovered. I used to go to the gym 6 days a week. And then actually I stopped masking because I was told that transmission is low in my area, low risk. So within a week I got COVID, and I've been sick ever since. And I stopped going to the gym altogether for 2 months. Then I started finding out that possibly exercise could help. So I went back and I did a light workout, and it helped, I thought. So I went and did another light workout, and I felt okay. And then I thought, well, I can build it up a little bit. So I built it up a little bit. And then I thought, well, let me just see how much I can do. And I found out I can do a whole workout. This is great. With all my fatigue, I can go to the gym and do a whole workout. Well, it turns out there's something called post-exertion malaise, where you don't notice it until the day after, or sometimes 2 days after. But then I became so exhausted, I couldn't make it out for another week. So I've been going through this, trying to figure out how much exercise I can do. And so far, I haven't figured it out. And the last time I went to the gym was I went a few days ago. I'm thinking of canceling my membership because I've only been like once this month, because the previous time that I went, I got too tired and I couldn't go for like 10 days. Sorry. So I really don't want to cancel my membership, because then that's almost like admitting permanent defeat. But otherwise, I'm wasting money. But anyway, the good thing about all this is I got a song out of it. That's I guess kind of a trademark part of my, I guess, brand. I kind of hate using that kind of marketing terminology. It's like my personal brand, but I guess it's a thing. But a part of my brand is that, I have a lot of, I get depressed a lot, and I have all kinds of anxiety and all these things, but I don't give up. Sometimes I feel really hopeless and helpless, but I don't give up. So part of that, and I use these struggles as inspiration for songs, because, part of it is just a self-expression, but part of it, I also want other people to know that they're not alone. And hopefully, hearing these songs will make other people feel validated and maybe supported and do some good. So here's a song I wrote about my long COVID experience. And it's my latest single. I just want my head on a pillow, my body flat out on a bed, the afternoon sun through my window. I'm tired of feeling half dead. I thought it would pass like a cold or a flu. I can't believe the nightmare this has turned into. It's a long haul, an uphill marathon with a lead ball I have to drag along like an endless climb, a daily grind with all the strength I can find. It's a long haul, one small step at a time. I truly hate the whole notion of learning to live like this. I'm gonna have to keep hoping someday the fog will lift. If you know how I feel, you're not in this alone. You got someone who cares, someone who knows. It's a long haul, an uphill marathon with a lead ball I have to drag along like an endless climb, a daily grind with all the strength I can find. It's a long haul, one small step at a time. I wish more people were aware there's real danger in the air, and it's a long haul, one small step at a time. You know, it just occurred to me as I'm doing that, performing is exertion, and I could end up getting that post-exertion malaise from doing this. So I definitely probably would want to limit this to a half an hour, but I feel like I got to do a half an hour because that's the minimum that is acceptable on volume to qualify for their program. So, you know, that's the goal. Of course, I can just sit back. I'm actually starting to feel tired. I can sit back and tell stories. You know, actually, I'm still also experimenting with the time. I'm not sure what the best time. Oh, look at this! I can adjust the picture. Should I do this? Do I want to make it smaller? I don't know. Oh, look! It's doing all these things. The screen is doing all these things I didn't expect. It's putting like boxes. Okay, here we go. I don't know. I'm not gonna meddle. Well, if I want to fill the whole screen, I guess I can do this. Oh, I see that. This will make it full screen on like YouTube or Twitch or whatever. Oh, now you can see, you know, you can see all the stuff I have in the background. What is that on there? What do I got? Oh, I got a towel. It's a towel. Actually, that's because I have neck pain. So I have to do these neck exercises, and there's this towel roll that I can put the back of my head and do these stretches. So you can see my whole personal life. It's kind of dark, so fortunately you can't see too much of my personal life. But this room, this studio I have actually, we bought this actually brand new house when we bought it. It's a townhouse. And we have two kids. They're grown now, but we have, you know, we wanted a bedroom for each of them and a bedroom for ourselves and another room for a studio. And so we got a 3-bedroom with this basement. And at first I thought, oh God, this basement is, I mean, I really would love to have this basement for my studio, but it's kind of huge, and I'd be taking up the whole basement. So I was going to use the upstairs bedroom, but then I realized, you know, it's a bedroom. And well, before I got sick, I was staying up late at night, and I don't want to be next to the other bedroom, so I finally decided I'm going to take the big room. So it's this huge room. It's actually, in a way, not ideal for a studio because it's L-shaped, and it's hard to optimize it sonically. You know, they have all these things. There's these tutorials, and I've taken some, classes and things on how to do treatment for your room, for your studio. And I can't, none of them really work with this room because of the shape of it. And they say, you put these bass traps in the corners. Well, as you can see in the corner, there's a staircase there. And in the other corner, there's a sliding glass window. You can't see it from here. So you can see part of my room. I like the fact that it's dark. You can't really see it because the place, you can't see what a mess it is down here. I mean, I'm ADHD. I have things scattered all over the place. And I mean, literally, some people say, oh, I'm so ADHD about this. But no, I'm literally diagnosed with ADHD. I have all these things. Actually, I don't talk about this often, but I have Tourette's syndrome. You can't tell while I'm talking because, once I start talking about it, I start doing all these tics. When I'm not thinking about it and I'm talking, you can't tell. But I have these tics, and it's a really big problem. But then I discovered, many years after going through life with this and having to put up with it, I discovered that all these other things I have are actually part of Tourette's syndrome. There's a thing called Tourette Plus. That's not the official name, but it's an unofficial thing called Tourette Plus. And people with Tourette's syndromes often have all these other things, which I have, which is ADHD and OCD and bipolar. I'm depressed, or I'm excitable, and all these things. So I have not written a song about Tourette's, but I have written plenty of songs about depression. And I wonder if I can do this one because I haven't practiced it, but I'm just talking about it. So now I want to do this song. Let me see if I have the, all right, I'll try it. I haven't practiced this. I keep on looking back at all I haven't done. The sweet success if I had only. The moves that didn't work. The people that I've hurt. The thinking I deserve it when I'm lonely. This beating myself up is such a waste. It's time to give myself a break. So enough of the guilt, enough of the shame, enough shrinking back when I hear my name. A little more compassion, a little more self-love, a lot more realization that I am enough. I still can hear that voice come piercing through the years, commanding me to blame myself. It's time to let that go. By now I ought to know, worth as much as anybody else. I'm gonna let the tears fall where they may. Remind myself that I'm okay. So enough of the guilt, enough of the shame, enough shrinking back when I hear my name. A little more compassion, a little more self-love, a lot more realization that I am enough. I have my moments, I have my good days. I've got my inner strength, and I've got the will to change. So enough of the guilt, more self-love, a lot more realization that I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. I'm getting close to the half hour. I feel like I want to do more songs. I got so many songs that I want to do. You know, I have another song that's more directly about depression. I really like it. And I haven't released it, though. It's kind of like a quirky little thing. And but I feel like it really shows my personality. It's not like a song that I feel like should be out as a single. So I haven't released it. And I'm wondering if I can remember it. Boy, that would be a big risk to play that unless I can find the chords and everything. Nah, I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to have to look that song up and figure it out. Okay, I'm going to do a happy song. It's kind of a bittersweet. It's a happy song. It's a tribute. This is a true story. I mean, all the songs I'm doing, most of the songs I'm doing are basically true stories or true things. But this is a kind of a tribute to a relationship that has stood the test of time. Even though we came from such different worlds, at that one single time and place on earth, there we were. Now somehow, when so many years have flown, look around at this place that we call home. Here we are, day after day after day, page after calendar page. Nothing could stand in our way. We're joined at the heart. We could have drifted apart anywhere under the stars, but of all places we both could be, here we are. Through those times when it all seemed way too much, and it felt like both of us had enough, still here we are. Day after day after day, page after calendar page, nothing could stand in our way. We're joined at the heart. We could have drifted apart anywhere under the stars, but of all places we both could be, here we are. Day after day after day, page after calendar page, nothing could stand in our way. We're joined at the heart. We could have drifted apart anywhere under the stars, but of all places we both could be, here we are. Here we are. Of all places we both could be, here we are. You know, I feel obligated. I got to do this. The half hour is almost up, but I really got to do this song because I actually, this song started out actually during the lockdown. When I wasn't, I was just sitting home doing nothing. And, I've been reading these articles about how so many people are having depression. Well, I already have that, but I thought, it kind of sucks being stuck at home. But on the other hand, I got a lot to be thankful for. And I wrote this song, and I released it under, it's kind of a long story, but, songwriting-wise, I started out, there's not a whole lot going on. And that became the title, not a whole lot. But it turned out, so I released it under that title, and I wrote the song, and if you know about songwriting craft, you start out with the title, and everything leads to the title, and it's all built around the title. So I wrote it that way, But there's a line in the chorus that I thought, this could be the best line I've ever written. And it's almost like this is the closest I'm ever going to come to finding the meaning of life. So I re-released the song. I changed the title. I got a new album cover and everything. And I've made all kinds of merch, for this song. I got t-shirts because I thought the message is so good that, I got a I bought one. I wear it. And I'm hoping, other people will find the message inspiring. I think I made posters and, a bunch of things with this song title. And I don't know if I should tell you beforehand. Usually, if I play a song, I don't like to tell you the title because you'll know by the end of the song. But this song was written as Not a Whole Lot, so you might think that's the title. But hopefully you'll hear the line and you'll know what the title is. And if not, I will tell you at the end of the song. I'm just laying low, got no place to go, but I've got time. I don't need a car. I've got my guitar and this song of mine. Maybe I should be bored just me in these four walls. Maybe I could have more, but I'm fine living small. Not a whole lot going on, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot going wrong, not a whole lot. Got gratitude and a heartbeat. What more do I really need? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. I like what I've got. I've had a bite to eat. Got two shoes on my feet and a place called home. My body works okay. Bills will all get paid and I like this song. Maybe I could have more, but I could have a lot less. Maybe I can afford a little time with no stress. Not a whole lot going on, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot going wrong, not a whole lot. Got gratitude and a heartbeat. What more do I really need? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. I like what I've got. There are crazy days that tire me out to the bone. It's fine sometimes if the world just leaves me alone. Not a whole lot going on, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot going wrong, not a whole lot. Got gratitude and a heartbeat. What more do I really need? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. I like what I've got. Gratitude and a heartbeat. What more does anyone need? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. So that is Gratitude and a Heartbeat. And I hope you like it. And, you can go to my store and you can buy any of these items and share that message with the world if you like it. So I've gone over my half hour. I'm starting to get tired. I hope I have not created post-exertion malaise for myself. I'm also, this is the first time I've done this multi-streaming thing. I don't know if anybody's even out there. I hope you're out there. If you're out there, come back. Follow me. Go to my website. And I'm also going to experiment with different times of day. I don't know if this is the best time or if it's better, some some website I looked at says, no, do it in the early afternoon because, the people looking for live streams, their favorite streamers are on at night, and in the afternoon, they're more likely to look for somebody they don't know. So maybe that's the strategy. The problem is with my chronic fatigue, with my long COVID, I'm lucky actually, I don't know if I'm lucky or unlucky, but I'm usually not up before noon. I actually feel like this morning I woke up earlier. I woke up at 11, even before, and then I feel like, I don't know if that's lucky or unlucky because I'm so tired. I just want to sleep. I feel like, if I can sleep till 2, I feel like I got a good sleep, but I don't know if that matters because I'm tired anyway. I used to go to bed like 3 in the morning. Now I'm going to bed at 12 or sometimes like 1. And I'm getting up at 12 or 1. So, and then I got to take naps. But anyway, this has been fun. I'm going to do some more of this. And I hope you're out there. I hope I'm not just talking to myself. But if I am,